I think I would say the thing we've been able to do in the past is really be set, even though it's open for competition. It's easy for someone to kind of look at where we've been in the past and can kind of pick where you start or where you begin some things. I think a lot of people begin their conversation about teams with points, whereas I look at it a little bit differently. I always look how are we going to stop somebody. But obviously, we got a guy who's been all conference for 3 years, who's coming off a major injury, who looks very good in practice. We have 2 other seniors that have been through the war. So we have 3 seniors that have started full seasons. Rob started 3 along with Lou, and then Ryan started last year. You throw DJ Bird in that mix with the guy who started all last year. So we have some experience to go along with Tyrone and Travis Carroll playing some last year, and feel really good about that. The thing that I would say it's hard to kind of generalize is our best offensive team and our best defensive team are 2 separate teams. And so that's where we lie right now, kind of with our team. You like one group on one end of the court, then you like another group on the other end of the court. You throw Kelsey Barlow in that mix, a guy who has played a lot of minutes in his first 2 years, really starters type minutes. We have a lot of experience there. So obviously, I like our pieces, how we put things together. I think after a week and a half, you still don't know. All those guys I mentioned are going to play, and then kind of the next guys who will emerge and step in there. It'll be interesting to see how some of those young guys, or a guy like Sandy, how they play. Once we start playing exhibition and some non-conference games. I would say our best defensive player is, without questions, Kelsey Barlow. Lou does a good job of putting pressure on the ball, but he's very disruptive in the half court. Him and Rob, I thought, were the only 2 guys that really played at a high level in our scrimmage the other day. But Tyrone's hampered by his injury, coming off the meniscus surgery in August, so doesn't have his conditioning, isn't quite moving like he's capable. So once he kind of gets his legs under him here in the next month, I think that will really help us on the defensive end. I've always thought Rob Hummel was underappreciated as a defensive player. I've always thought he's a good team defensive guy. He knows what's going on. He communicates things. He does a great job stopping the basketball. So obviously it helps us with having him. Ryan Smith's had to work awfully hard to get in the game from a defensive standpoint. Obviously, I don't look at him as a stopper, but I do think he's a cerebral guy, knows what's going on, understands the scouting report. And then our 2 big guys in the middle, Travis Carroll and Sandy Marchuch, are both going to have to play a little bit differently than the guy we've had in the past in terms of it's not a shot blocker. They're going to have to really plug the middle, take charges, be in there, do a good job of keeping us in rebound balance. But I think we can have a very good defensive team. Anthony Johnson's a guy that it's taken him a while defensively to get to this point to kind of understand our principles and our rules on the defensive end. But he really has got some athleticism and can move his feet. And so, we're excited about him.
Where do you sense that will come from this season?
Well, I think it's, adding Rob and losing Jawan's a wash if you look at their numbers through the years. Even though they're different spots, numbers are still numbers. You're getting 30 minutes and you're getting 7, 8, 9 rebounds a game, something in there. I think we got to do a better job from the guard positions. I think Kelsey can help us, whether he's playing the point or playing the 3. We won't play undersized as much as we did last year. We'll have a more traditional 4 who's 6'8", 220 in Hummel, and then obviously Carroll and Marchuch. Sandy is probably our best rebounder on our team. In practice, he's done the best job. He's always, when he's got a chance to play, has always had good numbers in terms of rebounds per minute. So hopefully he can help along those lines in terms of rebound. But it's just an effort. It's more of our guys pursuing the basketball and just kind of putting their minds to it and just constantly finding yourself